we the Hebrew Israelites, we come out here to prophesy the downfall of America and to wake up the 12 tribes of Israel, which are the so-called Negroes, West Indians, Haitians, and then the so-called Latinos, okay, of Indian descent, all right?
Isaiah chapter 49, start at the top. Listen, O isles, unto me, and hearken, ye people from far. The Lord hath called me from the womb, from the bowels of my mother hath he made mention of my name. And he hath made my mouth like a sharp sword.
Right, and that's talking about the prophets and the teachers that's coming out here trying to edify our people. The Lord said, listen and hearken to the word. All right, go ahead.
In the shadow of his hand hath he hid me, and made me a polished shaft. In his quiver hath he hid me.
And that's talking about the elect. Going into the fact that the Lord chose us from the womb. Okay, just like when you read in Jeremiah, Jeremiah was chosen from the womb. You wanna get there? Go ahead. Okay? And it's going, when we read further, it's going to tell you the reason why.
Jeremiah chapter 1 verse 5. Before I formed thee in the belly, I knew thee. And before thou camest forth out of the womb, I sanctified thee. And thou ordained thee a prophet unto the nations.
Right, so basically the prophets don't have no choice if they are a prophet or not. It's just something that the Most High put on them to do. Right, from the womb, from birth. It's no choice in the situation. Because when you read on in Jeremiah, Jeremiah was like, you know, like, damn, Lord, I'm young, this and that. The Lord didn't care about that. So it's the same thing basically with us. Basically, our job is to come do the work, period. Go ahead.
And he said unto me, Thou art my servant, O Israel, in whom I will be glorified. Then I said, I have labored in vain. I have spent my strength for naught, and in vain. Yet surely my judgment is with the Lord, and my work with my power.
Right, and that's how a lot of us feel sometimes. Like the work that we doing is in vain. Like we doing this all for nothing, but he said that his work is with the Lord. So basically the Lord is not unrighteous, is what the scriptures say. So anything, all righteous work that you do on this side is going to be tallied up with the Lord. Same thing with wicked works. Go ahead.
Verse 5, and now said the Lord that formed me from the womb to be his servant, to bring Jacob again to him.
Right, that's the point, to bring Jacob again to him. That's the whole point. Bringing Israel back to the fold. Letting them know who they are. Letting them know why they in the condition that they in. Letting them know what's to come. All right? Go ahead.
Though Israel be not gathered, yet shall I be glorious in the eyes of the Lord and my power.
Though Israel be not gathered, yet we gonna be glorious in the eyes of the Lord, because we still doing the work, right?
Right.
Even though Israel ain't you know, jumping on all our jock for the answers, they don't want to listen. You know, they hard-headed. You know? Go ahead.
And my God shall be my strength. And he said, it is a light thing that thou shouldest be my servant to raise up the tribes of Jacob and to restore the preserved of Israel.
Right. Why? Because the Lord can wake up Jacob whenever he want to wake up Jacob. He really don't need us. No?
I will also give thee for a light to the Gentiles, that thou mayest be my salvation unto the end of the earth. Thus saith the Lord, the Redeemer of Israel, and his Holy One, to him whom man despiseth, to him whom the nation abhorreth, to a servant of rulers, kings shall see and arise. Princes also shall worship, because of the Lord that is faithful, and the Holy One of Israel, and he shall choose thee. Thus saith the Lord, in an acceptable time I have heard thee. In an acceptable time
in an acceptable time has the Lord heard us. Meaning, because there was a time where the Lord basically hid his face from us. And he said we were so wicked that he stopped dealing with us totally. Okay, so in an acceptable time, he was going to hear our crying out to him. And basically save us and start getting on with the prophecies so we can inherit the kingdom of heaven. Alright? Alright, go ahead.
Hosea 1 and 10. Yet the number of children of Israel shall be as sand of the sea, which cannot be measured nor numbered. And it shall come to pass that in the place where it was said unto them, Ye are not my people,
Moses said that we were not the Lord's people. That was in America. That's here. Okay? And all around the world right now. But this is the place where we came, served slavery. And what did they do? They took our heritage away from us. They taught you that you are the African American. You are a Negro. Okay? You are what else? You are black. So this is the place where it was taught our people that we wasn't the people of the Most High. Alright? Go ahead.
There it shall be said unto them, ye are the sons of the living God.
Right, so in the same kingdom that we lost our identity, in this same kingdom it's going to be said that we the children of the Most High God. Alright? So basically the so-called white man and other nations and 2/3 of our own people are going to have to acknowledge that we are the people of the Most High. Some of them are going to come to that realization right before they die. Some of them going to come to that realization and get saved. Okay, go ahead.
Thus saith the Lord, it's back in Isaiah 49, verse 8. Thus saith the Lord, in an acceptable time have I heard thee, and in a day of salvation have I helped thee. And I will preserve thee and give thee for a covenant of the people to establish the earth, to cause to inherit the desolate heritages, that thou mayest say to the prisoner, that thou mayest say to the prisoners, go forth. To them
right, who are the prisoners? Israelites, all right? Go ahead.
To them that are in darkness, show yourselves. They shall feed in the ways, and their pastures shall be in all high places. Right. They shall not hunger nor thirst, neither shall the heat nor sun smite them. For he that hath mercy on them shall lead them, even by the springs of water shall he guide them. And I will make all my mountains a way, and my highways shall be exalted. Behold, these shall come from far, and lo, these from the north and from the west, and these from the land of sinners.
It's talking about Jacob. We're going to be, get Amos 9 for me, y'all. We're going to be sifted, basically, from all nations on the earth, and we're going to be taken back to our inheritance. All right?
Sing, O heavens, and be joyful, O earth, and break forth into singing, O mountains. For the Lord hath comforted his people, and will have mercy upon his afflicted.
Right, his people, not the whole world. Go ahead.
Hey, call that, bro. You didn't call it wrong.
But Zion said, the Lord hath forsaken me, and my Lord hath forgotten me. Can they
right, what did Zion say? The Lord has forsaken us and forgotten us. Well, you got a point. The Lord did. Going back to him hiding his face. But that's going to be, like he said, in an acceptable time he was going to hear us. Which that links up with Malachi 1. You know, it was not Esau, Jacob's brother. How has the Lord loved us? Which you can't fault him for thinking that way. Because when you just a regular Negro in America, the first thing you're going to think when you find that you're an Israelite, well, damn, why are we so fucked up? And if I'm his chosen people, why is everybody else on top? Well, you got men all around America basically bringing it out and showing you.
That's right.
But niggas don't listen.
That's right.
People don't want to listen. Go ahead.
Can a woman forget her sucking child that she should not have compassion on the son of her womb? Yea, they may forget, yet will I not forget thee. Behold, I have graven thee upon the palms of my hands. Thy walls are continually before me. Thy children shall make haste. Thy destroyers.
Right, like when you tattoo something on your hand, on the palm of your hand, you're not gonna forget that.
Right.
You might get sick and tired of this shit, like, damn, why the fuck I do this? But you're gonna see it. That's like how the Lord said, I have graven thee upon my hand. So he beholding Israel, and he got tired of Israel, man. So he just looking at it like, man. But then he gon' basically act on the promises that he promised us. Go ahead.
Thy children shall make haste. Thy destroyers and they that made thee waste shall go forth of thee.
Right, and who's our destroyers, and who are those that made us waste? The Edomites, the so-called white men, the Ishmaelites, the Arabs, the Hamites, which are the Africans, the Moabites, the Ammonites, which are the East Asians. Okay? Go ahead.
Lift up thine eyes round about and behold, All these gather themselves together and come to thee. As I live, said the Lord, thou shalt surely clothe thee with them all, as with an ornament, and bind them on thee as a bride doeth. But thy waste and thy desolate places and the land of thy destruction shall even now be too narrow by reason of the inhabitants, and they that swallow thee up shall be far away. The children which thou shalt have after thou hast lost the other shall
They
say,
gon' in the other nations that swallowed us up, they gonna be there with us in slavery. But what it means by they gonna be far away, they ain't gonna have no help. Because right now the Lord is helping the so-called white man and the other nations to do what they doing. But in the future they ain't gonna have no help. They ain't gonna have nobody to cry out to, just like us right now. We stuck right here in America. Who helping you Negroes, man? Nobody. The scriptures say in Jeremiah 5 that who gonna come to your aid? When you hey, the Lord was spot on, because ain't nobody came to our aid.
That's right.
The Africans, you Negroes think you Africans, they ain't came to your aid.
Hate you too. Africans have a strong disdain for so-called African.
The Africans, they just frown up when they see Jake, man. I don't know if that's the way they look.
Probably just the way they talk bad.
Well, it's both. It's the way they look, but they do that. Go walk in one of these stores with these Hamites running the store, man. They're gonna immediately look stupid.
That's right.
Yeah, something.
Psalms 83 and 4, excuse me, 83 and 3. They have taken crafty counsel against thy people and consulted against thy hidden ones. They have said, come, let us.
When you take crafty counsel, craft is witchcraft. That's basically the trick and deceit. To have counsel is to get together, huddled up, and plan. So who are them that took crafty counsel and planned against our people? Go ahead, all right.
They have said, come and let us cut them off from being a nation, that the name of Israel may be no more in remembrance.
Right. Now the name of Israel, people still know about Israel and say it, but do they really mention Israel in the Holy Tongue?
Right.
They don't mention it in the Lashawan Kodash. Plus, they don't even apply Israel to the people.
Right.
So the name of Israel was put out the earth. Okay, why? Because they took out, give me a Jeremiah 17:4. Because basically they took our heritage away from us. Alright? And they flipped the Bible on and said we couldn't read the Bible. Say we couldn't read it all. Alright?
17:4.
Right.
Jeremiah chapter 17 verse 4. And thou even thyself shalt discontinue from thine heritage that I gave thee.
Right, so the Lord said that we were going to discontinue from our heritage that he gave us. Basically the law, statutes, and commandments, that's the heritage. Being an Israelite, okay? That's it.
Can I say this, bro?
Go ahead.
That's to back up the point the brother made when he said when the Most High turned his back on us and said we are not his people. We in that land, and that's what's going on over here.
That's right.
You know what I'm saying? So that scripture right there just backed up what the brother was going into, speaking on us losing our heritage and all that.
That's right.
That's free too.
It all ties in, man.
Right.
Precept upon precept.
Read this for you. Finish that.
Jeremiah chapter 17 verse 4. And thou even thyself shalt discontinue from thine heritage that I gave thee, and I will cause.
And Jake discontinued from their heritage. Hold up, what do the northern tribes call themselves? Mexicans, Puerto Ricans, that ain't your name. That's the name the white man gave you.
That's right.
What do the blacks call themselves? Negroes, black, Afro-American. That ain't the name the Lord gave you, that's the name the white man gave you. Why do you insist on doing everything the white man tell you to do?
Right.
That's right. That's right.
And yeah, I'm gonna call out the Latin tribes when I see them walking, because they need to be called out, man.
That's right, brother.
Y'all be acting funny. I'm gonna just say the damn truth,
That's
man.
right.
Silly.
Y'all be acting funny, man. All the tribes be acting funny, but I'm making a point.
And I will cause thee to serve thine enemies in the land which thou knowest not.
Right, America, okay? This is where we served our enemies, the so-called white man. Oh, is it short?
Yeah.
Go ahead.
It's just because you had said that our enemy takes our heritage as well.
Right.
This is Micah 2 verse 2. And they covet fields and take them by violence.
Who covered